afternoon, everybody. This is Marcus Maloney, the Equity King, coming to you right from the home office. Today is Christmas Eve. Yes, it's December 24th. I wanted to get a little work in before I spend some time with the family. All of the Christmas shopping is done. The house is starting to smell like food. The wife is starting to work. So I want to get this video done. That way I can kick my feet up and relax. So as we're preparing for the new year, for 2017, 2016 is over, gone, out the window. Hopefully you met all of your goals for 2016, and now you are, either you have prepared your goals for 2017 or you're working to prepare for your goals for 2017. Myself, what I do is I prepare goals throughout the year for the next year. This week between Christmas and New Year's is my fasting time, consecration time. I don't eat until 6 p.m. just trying to get my mind right, spirit set, going into a new year. So the next 7 days I'll be preparing and fasting going into the next year. So I have some big things I want to get accomplished on next year, and hopefully you have prepared for your 2017 as well. So before I end 2016, one thing I wanted to go over with some of you that's sitting on the fence, you don't know what you want to do, you want to do wholesaling, you want to be a real estate investor, but you're sitting on the fence, you're on the sideline, you're studying, you're reading, you're analyzing everything, you're really trying to learn and get engrossed into the whole concept of putting a property under contract, then assigning that contract to someone else. So one thing I want to do, and this is a good lesson and a good teacher, and I really want you to pay attention. It's going to be brief, but it's going to be quite a few good nuggets in here. So let's get going. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. You can subscribe as well if you like this information. Give me 2 thumbs up. And you can go to equityrealestateblog.com if you want some additional information. So let's get started. Having trouble getting started, try this. So I'm going to teach you one quick tip, one quick thing, but it has many different nuances and things that you need to measure along the way. But this one thing definitely will get you started and get you on your way. And once you get started, then there's no stopping from there. So the one thing that you can do to get started, first of all, I want to say action is king and experience is the best teacher. So a lot of people, I'm not saying coaching or mentoring is a bad thing. Definitely not that, because every good student always have an even better coach. One thing I am saying is don't get stuck trying to analyze everything, trying to learn everything. Sometimes the best thing you need to do is just take action. It's just get out there, do it, get it done, and then you'll learn along the way. So that's why I put experience as the best teacher, because once you start going through these different experiences, because every transaction is different, you're going to learn from each one of these transactions. So the thing you need to do in order to get started, real simple, is to start marketing. Start marketing, and I suggest start with direct mail. I don't care, you say, I don't have any money for mail, I don't have any money to do this, I don't have money to do driving for dollars. Those are excuses, people. Come on. If you spend money, at McDonald's, at Burger King, at Applebee's, drinking a beer, getting Starbucks, you got money for direct mail. Just flat out. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be real with you. When I started out, I had all of my credit cards was maxed. I had some little raggedy credit cards like First Premier, $150 balance here. I had a real cheap Capital One card that was like $250 limit on it. So I just started. I said, if I have to sit at this table every day and do 20 letters a night, that's where I start. And I started, writing those letters. I started, going to the post office, buying rolls of stamps. Oh, my wife, she used to get on me. Oh, you going to buy some more stamps? And I would say, yep, sooner or later, these stamps are going to pay off. And that's exactly what they did. So you have to start, with direct mail. So you say, well, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to mail to. I don't know what I should say in my mail piece. I don't know, what to do if somebody do call. And that's why I say experience is the best teacher. There are many people like myself with videos on YouTube that have their own blog sites and everything like that. And you can pick and choose from which person with experience that you can use. Somebody may be better at direct mail. Somebody may be better at, having a perfect phone script. Somebody may be better at, having a great contract. But you have to get out there and you have to start working your way through everything in order to find which way to go. So let me speed up a little bit. I love to talk, but let me speed up. So start marketing, direct mail. What do I need? That's your question. What do I need? What do I need to get started? So let's start. You need a list. You need a lead list, and then you need to define what that list looks like. So are you doing, a certain target market, define an area. So if you want to do, a 5-mile radius area around your house or a 1-mile radius area around your house, then use that. Start there. Next, then you can find, absentee owners. These are all landlords. And I'm gonna tell you where you can find all of this stuff at a little later. I'll define some of the services where you can find this at. So you can define your area. If you want to target absentee owners, or you want to target divorces, or you want to target pre-foreclosures or expired listings, you can hit any one of these. I know absentee owners, a lot of people preach, just start mailing to absentee owners. You just find the tired landlord, at the right time, at the right season, you can get the property under contract for the right amount. I will agree. This has been my best list so far. It takes a lot more money because you have a lot more competition mailing to these absentee owners. And there's a lot more absentee owners than there are people that's recently going through divorce or foreclosure or expired listings. But this is a good niche right here to start marketing to. Divorces. Those are good as well. One of the divorces that I did actually was like my third deal. Got it under a divorce and was able to profit $17,825 off of that one deal. And I mailed to that list 3 times before I got that deal. So it cost me right around $480 to make $18,000. So again, it just takes the right lead, the right list, and you can get the deal. Pre-foreclosures and expired listings. So these are just a few, of the niches that you can target. There are others that you can target. For example, you can target probates, notice of defaults, notice of sale. I was talking to someone and they told me that they target in their area recently cut off water bills. So water bills, I talked to them about how they got that list. It's something that they do in their county, but each area is different and you just have to get that experience and know what's gonna work in your area. So that's one. So you need to define the list. Next is the service. Okay, where are you gonna get these names from? Who are you gonna get these names and these addresses from? One, you got ListSource, listsource.com. Very known list. You can get absentee owners list. You can build your buyers list from this list. ReboGateway.com, InfoUSA.com, and ListFinder.com. There's others. You got Experian provides a list, and others. Some of them you can subscribe, like Rebo Gateway and InfoUSA. You can subscribe one You could do a annual subscription or a monthly subscription, or list source. You can go by the number of leads. So if you only have $50 to get you a list, you can spend that $50, and I think that $50 will get you right around 200 or 250 names. So you have 250 names that you can start mailing to instantly for $50. So just think about it. If you had $100, you can get your list and you can start mailing immediately. So $100. Instead of going out, partying with your homeboys or your homegirls, take that $100, get you a list, and start mailing. So then next is the mail piece. What am I gonna say? I'm mailing to these people. What am I gonna say? What's my message? What should I be saying? This information here is very, very basic. You have some that do the yellow letters that say, hey, my name is so-and-so and so. I want to buy your home at 123 Main Street. Call me at, 623-841-2250. It's very, very basic. The main thing is to get the mail out. Yes, the message is important, but in the beginning, what you're trying to do is get this experience. That way, when people call you, you'll start learning how to navigate your way through the conversation. Again, you can find this message anywhere online. And I'm just going to be honest with you. There are numerous letters that you can get from online. Full professional letters. You can do handwritten letters. Anything. There's quite a few resources out there online where you can get the message from. Then you need to know, okay, well, what kind of envelope am I going to use? What is the envelope going to say? Am I sealing the envelope? Am I unsealing the envelope? So you can use the standard business envelope, number 10 envelope, or you can use a smaller, more personal envelope. What I did when I started, I stuffed the envelope, did not seal the envelope. I hear now from few people that the mail house will not send the letters, or the U.S. Postal Service will not send the letters unless they're sealed. I don't know how true that is, but I haven't personally done individual letters for myself in a couple of years now. So just to be on the safe side, I would say seal them. That way you're not wasting your money on stamps and everything, and the letters are not going out. Have your contact information on there. You can have your cell number. I know a lot of people just have their cell number on there. So when somebody calls, they leave a message, or you pick up the phone. Hi, this is James. How can I help you? Well, you sent me a letter about my house at 123 Main Street. Yes, this is James. I'm excited. We really love the property. Can you give me some more information about the property? Did you have any interest in selling the property before you received our letter? Just have this general conversation with the person. Do not be scared to have that conversation. Think of it as you're on the phone with a close friend, a close business partner, or a family member. You're just getting information. You're just talking back and forth. Sometimes feel comfortable. I kick my feet up on the desk sometime when I talk, or I walk around the house. I'm a walker and talker, so I feel more comfortable walking around talking. Whatever makes you feel better, just make sure you have that contact information on there and answer the phone, because people will call you. You have to answer the phone. Next, if you're not doing the mail pieces yourself, say if you got a little bit of money and you say, hey, you know what, I don't have the time to sit and stuff envelopes and write envelopes, then I need a mail service. You can look locally, your local mail house. In almost every city, there's a local mail house that do the advertisement for the pizza places, for, the sports shops, all of that information. Contact your local mail house and say, hey, you know what, I have a small budget. I'm looking at mailing, letters. How much does it cost, to mail letters? Naturally, the more you send, the less cost it is per mail piece, or There's other places where you can do it strictly online, like click to mail. There's others. I just put click to mail because it was the first thing on my mind. And you can upload your mail piece, upload your list, press click, pay the invoice, and they'll send out all of the mail for you. So people try and make it be more difficult than what it actually is. I always tell people that, again, action is king, and experience is the best teacher. So you have to get out there and you have to do it, and what you will learn from this is a wealth of information. The same thing people are paying $5,000, $10,000, $30,000 in order to do. This experience will start teaching you along the journey. Yes, there is more to it, like getting a contract. Once you get the contract, or how to comp the property, how to build the buyer's list. Yes, there is more to it. I'm not saying that once you send out direct mail, it's gonna answer your problems and you're gonna get a deal immediately. No, because there's still more information you need to learn. But what I say is start here, send the mail, learn how to have that conversation with people. And another thing, this will let you know if this is something that you really, really want to do. Because a lot of people get to this part and they receive all of the rejection. Normally a good response rate on direct mail is around 1%. It varies in different markets. In our market right now, it's less than 1%. So you can imagine if you send out, 1,000 postcards or 1,000 letters and you only get 10 calls, and then even out of those 10 calls, you may have one person motivated. That's 1 in 1,000. Can you handle that rejection? And I always tell people, be ready for this to happen, because it will. You'll have people call you back, cuss you out, say, hey, leave me alone, don't call me, I'll call the cops, I'll call the authorities, everything like that. If you're not thick-skinned, that will immediately kick you out the game. So start here, and then remember that experience is the best teacher. So let me tell you what experience will teach you. Don't have it up here on the board, but it will teach you how to perform research. It'll teach you how to start your marketing and learning what a good deal is. It'll teach you how to talk with sellers. And let me just write some of this stuff down. So let's say it'll teach you how to perform research. So this is your comps. You'll learn how to start pulling comps. What else will it teach you? It'll teach you how to talk with sellers. So relationship. What else will it teach you? It'll teach you how to negotiate. It'll teach you how to network. Because once you get a property under contract, or if you're trying to get a property under contract, that's the best thing to do, is because you can always call somebody else, a more seasoned or professional investor, and say, hey, you know what, I do have a motivated seller on the phone, and I've been talking to him about his property. I'm a newbie, I'm just getting started, but I want to make sure that I'm able to bring a deal to you. I'm not asking you for anything. I just want you to help me navigate my way through this first deal. Once I get through this first deal, believe me, I will be making sure that I provide more deals for you if that's something that you would like. So a lot of newbies, what they say, hey, I'm looking for a mentor, I'm looking for a mentor, I'm looking for a mentor. But at the same time, you're not bringing anything to the table for the mentor. So as a mentee, you have to be able to provide a service as well. And this will ultimately bring you to your goal, which is closing a deal. So you have to take the necessary steps, to take action and to get that experience, in order to make sure you facilitate your way through this whole transaction. Each deal is different. So this experience here will teach you how to close different type of deals. So I still right now call certain mentors of mine or more experienced investors and say, hey, I got a problem working on this deal. I hit a snag right here, but the seller is willing to work with me on getting this thing done. Help me get through this transaction and we can split it 50-50, or help me get through this transaction and I'll give you first bite at the apple once I get it under contract or something like that. Once you build these relationships, things like that, you'll have somebody that you can pick up the phone and call and be able to make those relationships work. So you have to get from behind the desk just doing research all the time. Remember, action is king and experience is the best teacher. So real quick, just wanted to go through that with you. If you're having trouble getting started, try this. Try sending that direct mail. Just send it. I'm telling you, you'll start learning. Once that phone starts ringing, you'll start knowing what to do, what to say, how to act. You'll start building confidence after you get through that initial period of rejection. So, signing off, it's Mark, the Equity King. It's Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas. Please subscribe below. Go to our equityrealestateblog.com if you want some additional resources, and make sure you check us out on the web. It's Marcus Maloney signing off.